Hey, what's up, everyone? Just getting everything set up. Give me a second. Hey, what's up, Delv? What's up, Blade of Blazes? What's happening? Are you working, Delv? Or are you at home? I know. I just haven't been feeling it, Delv. You're off today? That's cool. I just haven't been feeling it. I'm sorry. I've been really busy too. I know. I just haven't been feeling it. What's up, DMK? Oh, Blade of Blazes. Is that you? You're the kid that comes in and does all the Pokemon and Nintendo stuff? I didn't know you followed us. Then, if you're so into Pokemon, why's your profile pic got Dragon Ball? I'm shocked it doesn't have Pokemon or something. I didn't even know you knew we had a. Well, yeah, you've been in here when I've streamed before. I didn't know you followed. You should subscribe, Blaze of Blazes, if you're not subscribed, so you know when I'm streaming. Binge watching Friends. I watched Friends so long ago. I think I've seen every episode of Friends back a long time ago. So, do you guys see more and more people are like going along with me and saying loot boxes are gambling? I said loot boxes were gambling a long time ago. Now in Europe, I guess they're thinking about they're going to look into it. The government's going to look into it. Hopefully, they change their laws. You finally tried Fortnite? It's a good game. It's about time. I don't know if I want you on my team, though. I've seen you play Call of Duty. Just kidding, Delv. We can play some Fortnite sometime. This guy's amazing at Fortnite. I've been watching him stream. Oh my god, I hope I'm never in a game against him. I swear he wins almost every game I watch. 44th. Well, you're in the top half. You're in the top half. This guy's like so good at like building stuff and like switching back to his guns. I can't do it as quick as he does. Yeah, Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards, all that stuff, those are kind of like gambling too. At least with Magic the Gathering and cards in general, you're getting a physical item. Whereas, with digital loot boxes, you're not getting anything that's worth anything. Except for in-game. It's a little bit different. I just think, like even in China, they at least changed the laws where you have to at least know the percent chance of getting everything. So in China, for loot boxes, they have to tell you like what percent chance you have of getting each weapon or item or whatever it is. It's funny that China's laws are more advanced than ours. But I actually think something's going to happen with loot boxes. I think the government's going to get involved. I hope so. As I think they're ruining gaming. As I'll be honest, I used to buy more DLC when it wasn't in loot boxes. If I could just buy what I wanted, and I mean I know a lot of it's like inconsequential. It doesn't matter. It's just like a skin for your gun or something. But I mean that's cool. If I see a cool skin, I'll buy it. But if it's in a loot box, I'm not gonna buy it, because I refuse to play that game. But unfortunately, there's a bunch of people that are like loaded and they don't give a shit, so they buy shitloads of loot boxes, and it's ruining the gaming for everybody else. I'm saying on PC skins and DLC is basically free. Not all. I do think cards are gambling too. It was funny when Pokemon was really big. I used to work I used to work for GameStop, but it was Babbage's back in the day, and we sold Pokemon cards. And I had this argument, I don't know, 15 years ago. I used to say that Pokemon cards were gambling, and I remember my one of my employees always said, "No, you're crazy. It's not gambling." And I swear to God, right while we were having that conversation, a little kid comes in. He had like just enough money and change to buy a pack of Pokemon cards. So he comes up, he buys one pack of Pokemon cards. He opens it up. He got some rare card. I don't remember what he got, but it was like really rare. And there was a guy like right there and goes, "Oh my God!" He goes, I need that card. He goes, I'll give you $50 for it. It was probably worth like $80. The kid's like, okay. So the guy gave him $50, and the kid went and bought a game. And I just looked at the guy I was having the conversation with, and he just said, "Shut up." And I go, "I rest my case. It's gambling." But at least with cards, you're getting a physical item. It's a little different with digital, in my opinion. It was just that story was awesome. It was just perfect timing. I know the one kid that's in here right now, the Blade of Blazes, he buys Pokemon cards all the time. I do think though, like, cards are a little bit different. I don't know why. It's hard for me to put my finger on. I do think they are a form of gambling. They're not quite as bad. I think with the video games now and everything having loot boxes, I actually think it's going to be, it's creating it's almost getting kids used to gambling. It's normalizing it. I know you did, Delve. But see, it's not as bad when when you're older and you have the money to do it. When it's younger kids and they're spending their a little bit, I think it's teaching kids the wrong thing. Yeah, Blade of Blazes. He comes in sometimes and trades in games to get cash to go buy Pokemon cards. So I think I decided, like, if somebody wants to buy a game on the stream, I might be able to do that as long as I can look up how much the shipping is, like, while I'm on stream. I can probably, if you send me a private message with the address, I can probably check it out. Let's see what these guys got. How's it going?
Not bad. How's it going, man?
Not much. You guys need help find anything?
Actually, getting a
charge.
Yeah, charge.
You need Xbox One or?
Yeah, Xbox
One.
They're over here.
They're right there next to Friday the 13th. There's a couple.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
Just a couple different brands, and the Xbox, the Microsoft ones are the most expensive. But
yeah, but they're probably the most.
The major
reliable.
difference is the Microsoft ones charge through the USB cable.
Okay.
The other ones use a USB cable, but it charges into the battery. When you plug the USB cable into the Microsoft ones, it actually makes your controller a wired controller.
Yeah.
And it's still charging the battery, but in theory, it's a faster connection, so there's no lag or anything. So, yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
I try to go with the brands.
It is $26.74 off there. $326. Let me get your receipt. You want a bag?
Yeah, I'd better. It's gonna be sitting in the car for a while.
All right. There you go.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot. Have fun.
You too, man.
PlayStation digital prices are terrible. They are. $25 to finish off a deck. You know, I never really got into Magic, honestly. I have some. I never got into Pokemon either, but I do have some, like, for whatever reason, I have like a decent amount of rare Pokemon cards because, like, I was always running GameStop and I would always get a rare one every now and then, and I just put them with all my game stuff. I have some really rare Pokemon little plush toys. They're about this big. They're like little Pokeballs, and you unzip them and flip them, and they're Pokemon. The only time you could ever get those was at E3, the year they announced Pokemon was coming out. What's up, Moneymaker? I saw you were streaming last night. I went in there for a minute, but I didn't say anything.
How big was the update? Mine downloaded while I was offline. 30 meg. Oh, nothing at all. Maybe 300. I'd say the majority of it was server side.
I haven't caught your stream much lately. I've been slacking lately. Blade of Blazes, did your brother like his game? Did he like his Kirby?
Oh my god, Roots. Stop it. What the hell?
Anybody streaming right now? Let's see who's streaming. Is Dave streaming at the moment? I think Dave was streaming before. How's the pollen? And I think it's all right. I haven't noticed it. I'm pretty much allergic to everything too. Yeah, I was lurking last night. I saw you were streaming. I was in there, but I just for a little bit. I was kind of watching the Cavs, and I had you and Delve on in the background. I was watching the Cavs game last night. Did you guys see? Oh my God! Did you guys see Gordon Hayward break his ankle last night in the Cavs game? Oh my God! I was watching that live. You could hear that thing snap. What's up, Delusional? I'm gonna say Delusional so I don't get you confused. Oh, your Yankees only got like another day or two left. They're done. They got lucky last week. Let me see who's streaming. Super Dave done streaming? Oh, it was disgusting. I feel so bad for him. Man, even the first thing when I heard it and someone was down, I was like, the Cleveland fan in me thought instantly it was one of the Cavs. Like, please, not LeBron. Because if LeBron goes down, we're screwed. But man, that was just bad. I felt so bad for that dude, and nobody wants to see that. It almost reminded me of like the few years ago when the college kid busted his leg on the sidelines. Put something else on. That's a good stream right there. That's a great stream. Yeah, no, you just got like extra week of watching your team. That's all. Delv, you should stream so I can be in your stream. Oh, Super Dave is on. I'm gonna stream Super Dave. What hat is he wearing? Is he wearing a Cleveland hat? I'm gonna go in his stream and mess with him. Yankees and Cubs, you're crazy. You're a big LeBron fan. I like LeBron a lot. I was actually, you know who I like. You know who my favorite player on the Cavs is. I like J.R. Smith. I like LeBron though, but LeBron really hurt me when he left. Thank God he came back. Hello from Birmingham, UK. What's happening? What's up, Sherry? I've been playing a lot of Shadow of War. Yeah. I've been playing tons of Shadow of War. I'm gonna mess with Dave. Just one sec. Cousin's a bench coach on the Cubs. That's awesome. I don't think the Yankees are going to come back. Delusional. I'm sorry. I don't think they're coming back. They already came back once, and I don't think the magic's going to happen twice for them. Let me mess with Dave real fast. There we go. I got to go into stream so I can type. Game tonight is in the Bronx. I was busy earlier. I was going to start streaming earlier, but I've been pretty busy today. Plus, I had a lot of price changes to do. Big secret. What, you had a big secret, Moneymaker? Where'd Dave go? I think Dave's smoking. But he's smoking, I think, a little bit different. Him and Delv always take smoke breaks. I did try South Park, Jerry. It's pretty cool. If you like the other one, you'll like it. All right, that's fine. Blade of Blazes. Hello, Parita Gamer. I don't know what language that is. I'm sorry. I don't speak it. Only English. And I know a teeny bit of Japanese, but just a teeny bit. Like if I was like a 2-year-old, that's how much Japanese I know. I want to go to Japan someday. That's on my bucket list. It does look like Spanish. Don't know Spanish. Whenever people come in and speak different languages, I always think they're just making fun of me. Oh, Delusional speaks it. Delusional, how was that? I watched your video of it was cutting in and out a little bit though, but the video you were streaming of the con that you were at, that was kind of cool. Delusional went to I can't remember the name, but it was a convention, and he met like Jax, from the guy who plays Jax in Mortal Kombat, the old ones. That was kind of cool. That was also get over here, Scorpion. Retro World Expo 2. Yeah, it was pretty cool. They had some cool stuff there. In one of your videos, I saw like an old blue Nintendo bag, and it was and Dave just realized I'm streaming them. It was an old blue carrying case for a regular NES, and I used to have that one when I was a kid. Oh, I would have bought that if I was there, because I used to carry my NES like everywhere. Every time I spent the night at a friend's house, I'd take it in that blue bag, and it's the ugliest blue bag. Had red, had like a red handle, and it said Nintendo on it, but it was perfect for the NES. No, I didn't see the cosplay. I didn't see it. I don't know what this. Dave. Did Dave shave? I thought he had a beard. I made a comment while you were streaming, Del, but no, those things are cool. It reminded me of when I was a kid. That's what retro games do to you. They take you back, they take you back to when they bring back all those memories of when you were a kid. Oh yeah, both cams are on. That's cool. Yeah, I'll check it out again when it's in hideout, because it cut in and out every now and then, and it was a little grainy on the stream. It probably didn't have the greatest connection in there. Oh, Blades of Blazes is back. I was wondering if you were coming back. You're not playing your Pokemon game, Blade? Hey, Delusional, did you see that picture I posted on Twitter of the NBA Jam cab? I was debating if I was gonna redo the artwork, but I think I can save it. I thought you liked it. I thought you saw it. I'm pretty sure I can save it. Midway art usually holds up underneath that paint. And I'll show everybody what I'm talking about. Right now I'm working on an NBA Jam arcade machine at my house. And I tested a little bit. It was painted black. And I tested a little bit to see if I could get the paint off. And it's coming off pretty easy. I'll have to redo the red up there on the D on the midway. But yeah, I think I can get all that paint off. I think I can save that artwork. It's coming off not too hard. I'm getting better at that. I did a Mortal Kombat once that turned out beautiful that way. Artwork's so expensive, I think I'm gonna save it. Yeah, it's Dave. He's playing bar music. Hey, what's up, Lisa? Lisa's in Dave's stream saying hi to me. Yeah, it's Dave. I'm streaming Dave's streaming. Sauce. I don't know. The last time I streamed, I think, was on Friday or whatever, and I don't know. I was busy. I was busy doing a lot of stuff here, and I don't know. I got kind of lazy on streaming. I had a lot of stuff to do, and we were kind of busy. I know it sounds like I'm making an excuse, but I had a lot of stuff. Hey, Sauce, I like your avatar on here. Oh, you got your own blade. You got your own white 2-back that you traded to me a while ago. That's cool. Blade of Blaze is just he buys and sells games for me all the time. So he just came in and got a Pokemon White 2. What's up, Viper Plays? Yeah, I just started on it, T-Money. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. I'm not really rushing to do it. I gotta get cracking on it though. I gotta get it done. Thanks, Sauce. Plus, on T-Money, the other thing that Sherry, how do you get the paint off without damaging the sticker? Very carefully. There's a couple things. I was using this new product. It's like a spray-on one, but most of the time Citrus Strip is a product I use, and it's kind of more of an art form than anything, because you basically put the paint stripper down, and you gotta wait like the right amount of time. Like if you wait too long, you can damage the sticker underneath. If you got it's almost like about 15 to 20 minutes. You gotta start scraping the paint off, and you just gotta be gentle and just not get the sticker underneath. Now, like some stuff, like I have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine at my house, and I tried to save that too because it was painted over black. But Konami uses a different type of artwork, and it just, when you put the paint stripper, it takes all the paint off. So I just had to pull all the artwork off. But for whatever reason, Midway, they used a different type of label, different type of artwork, and theirs holds up. So you can get the paint off. I actually did a Mortal Kombat 2. It's completely painted black. I got every bit of black paint off of that, and it looked great underneath. I don't know if I got a picture of the Mortal Kombat 2. But it's kind of an art form more than anything. I mean, I watched some videos on other people doing it, and I gave it a try, and I'm getting better at it. The only thing that sucks about that NBA Jam Camp is it was a 4-player machine, but for whatever reason it was converted, so they cut the control panel down, so I got to build a control panel to get it back up. It is tedious work. Here's some of my other ones I got. This is at my other store, but there's a Punch Out. Spy Hunter's originally, I don't know if you guys see it. Spy Hunter's originally a white. Somebody painted it black. I couldn't save the artwork on that, and I didn't feel like they still left the artwork there. So I just kept it black because it looks pretty good. And the artwork for Spy Hunter is ridiculously priced because it's a huge machine. What's up, Dave? Let me see if I got a picture of my Mortal Kombat that I did. It is tedious work. You know what though? Black Korea, it's kind of relaxing. I know it sounds weird, but I just go out in the garage, I put something on, something to listen to on, and I just start doing stuff. It's actually kind of relaxing. I know Delusional. Hey, what's up, Lisa? I saw you were in Dave's thing. I know Delusional probably hates this type of stuff because you're not 100% a purist. I know John does, but this is, somebody paid me for this to do a custom job. Now, people who are purists hate this type of stuff, but this is a Notre Dame arcade machine I made for a custom job for somebody. I thought it turned out badass. And I'm an Ohio State fan, but Let's see if I can find the Mortal Kombat that I did. It's been a while. Yeah, some people get real mad at you when you take an old arcade machine and make it into something custom. Unless it's like something generic, but like that was originally a Killer Instinct cabinet. But honestly, I don't really the ones that I usually convert to something else, they're pretty busted up. I got to do a lot of work just to get them back to normal looking. Of course, I can't find my Mortal Kombat at the moment. Thanks, Lisa. Where's my Mortal Kombat? I just wanted to show you because it's got all the pictures where it was black and how I did it, what I'm talking about. This is a great stream, me looking at my phone. Good Lord, how long ago was it? So what do you guys want to talk about? You find peace unraveling yards of wire? I'm not going to judge, but wow, that would be kind of, I don't know if I could be, that would kind of drive me nuts. Here's a cool picture too. This is a before and after of a Pac-Man I did. The one on the blue one's the before, and then that's when I finished it. I gotta be close to the Mortal Kombat because that was right around Pac-Man. Here we go. Alright. So, when I first got the Mortal Kombat, and see it's all painted black, I took off a sticker on there and I could see the artwork was under there. So, when I got all the artwork off, when I got all the black off, it looked like that. So, you want a Galaga cocktail? Those are cool. It is 6:04. I did sell a decent amount of GT Sports. More of them yesterday. I only sold one today so far. Man, I think I wonder how the VR mode is. I bet that would make me sick. Man, my second screen disconnected. Friday the 13th sold okay, but it was about what I figured. It's been out so long digitally that a lot of people just kind of, you know, we only sold a handful of them. Unfortunately, that's kind of the new trend. Everything's digital first, and then, you know, a lot of stuff are coming out digital first, and then they sell a physical version later. Hello.
Hi.
Anything I could help you find?
Well, I'm supposed to come in and get a birthday gift, and they say I feel like there's more to this than 2K18.
NBA 2K18, or there's WWE 2K18. There's either wrestling or basketball.
And it's gotta be basketball.
It's got to be basketball for which game system?
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4.
I just thought, gosh, it must be something else. There must be something more to it.
There's only two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either basketball or wrestling. They used to make a football, but I wish they still made that football.
And then is there like something new coming out?
Like a new game system?
Yeah, a new game, like, because he told me.
There's always new games coming out.
Oh, because he said unless you want to wait and get me this other one, but I'll just get that one.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to figure out what he.
Yeah, this one just came out, and so did the wrestling too.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, they both just came out.
Oh, you ready for me?
Yeah, 6419 is the total. Let me hit credit here real fast. Does that have a chip on it?
No.
Okay, go ahead. And you're just gonna have to authorize it here. You gotta press, yeah.
Oh, Destiny 2
Destiny 2 just came out as well.
and
That same price.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein comes out on.
Oh, it says
Friday.
or wait and get Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein comes out the 27th, next Friday.
Okay.
They're all same price, $59.99. But yeah,
Okay.
Destiny 2 and this one are out at the moment.
Okay.
Next Friday on Wolfenstein 2.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. See ya. So it's not full VR. I haven't tried it yet, so it's just test drive. Have you tried it, Sherry? Somebody just told Dave knows I'm on the stream. You want to see it again? I'll show it. Anybody gonna get Wolfenstein? Later, Blade. I'll see you later. I'm sure I'll see you soon again. I was busy earlier. I'll slow down now. I'm debating. Like I've said. What's up, Mark Ryan? I've said before. I've been like thinking about opening up a barcade, like around somewhere around my area. So I've been debating. I've been talking with my business partner about maybe having him down the road buy me out so I can go do my own thing. I've been selling video games since 1993. I've had a pretty good run. I think I'm going to do it for a while longer, but I don't know how much longer. I might be moving on to other stuff. So, if I can, I got to do some research. If I can work out the details on starting something like that, I might, I stress might be selling off this location. Way out? I don't. I'll look into it though. I'll see if I can figure it out for you. It just says 2018, Mark. It doesn't have an exact date. Doesn't even say like if it's first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Yeah, Barcade would be pretty badass. Plus I've been selling. I love video games, but I've been selling them for so long. There's a part of me wants to try something else sometime. Yeah, awesome arcade plus just I want a good place to eat too. It looks good. The a way out looks awesome. So what do you guys think on loot boxes? Are they gambling? I think they are. I've said that before. I can't believe how much it's come up lately in the last couple weeks. Sauce, I have a couple names in mind, but I don't want to say them on stream. You've been playing games for so long. I've been selling games longer than most of you guys have been playing games. I am from Ohio. Well, I'm from Sandusky, Ohio. I don't know if have you ever heard. Where are you from, Mark? Have you ever heard of Cedar Point? It's a big. It's like a national amusement park. It's got like huge roller coasters and all kinds of stuff like that. I live like 5 minutes from it. It's pretty popular. But this store here is Port Clinton, Ohio. Birmingham, West Midlands, UK. Cool. You're across the pond, as they would say. You're pissed with my yeah for random loot. I agree, Taya. It's pissing me off too. I think it's ruining gaming. I really do. I hate loot boxes. It is gambling, JMO. I agree. I think it is. I hope the government will step in and do something about it. It's funny. China, like I said before, China's already stepped in and at least made them in China tell you the odds of getting what each item. I mean, some of the items are only like a percent chance to get it. It's ridiculous. I think anytime you're spending real money for something that's randomized, it almost always is gambling. I know, I feel a little bit differently about Pokemon cards, even though I do think they are gambling, or Magic cards, or even sports cards. But at least you're getting a physical item. You're getting something of value. You're not getting just some digital dumb item. And they do loot boxes on the dumbest thing, like random weapon skins and stuff like that. I used to spend a lot more on DLC, but once they started doing loot boxes, I don't fucking buy loot boxes. I'm 42, Python Scream. I've been actually working in video game retail since 1993. It's changed a lot. And this is my store. I have 2 stores. This is my slower store. That's why I'm not too busy at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I have a few arcade games, and that's why I'm thinking about opening a barcade, but you should open a barcade over there. That's cool. There's a few cool ones over in the UK, aren't there? I just saw... Actually, I follow one on Twitter because my one guy that I follow on YouTube, he was just there. Let's see, where was it? Let me see. Arcade Club. Have you ever been to Arcade Club, Mark Ryan? That looks pretty freaking cool, that place. Let's see. Arcade Club, the largest classic gaming arcade in Europe, now at LM Mill, Bury, Greater Manchester. So Centipede flyback replaced. Awesome, Zinfer. What's up, Zinfer? I haven't seen you in a while. Those are always fun to replace the flybacks. Replacing the big blue next. Nice. Been there, done that. I got my Centipede right out there. It's running perfectly. Oh, I lost the camera. Huh? Sorry about that, guys. My Centipede is running perfectly at the moment, so I better knock on wood and hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. Ty, game. They are. I think they're getting kids addicted to gambling. I really do. I love Defender. That's on my list of games to get. I need a Defender someday. Delusional, what's on your list that you don't have? And Zinfer. Zinfer works at a giant arcade. Super Dave, I gotta do something else. Two idiots playing Cuphead. Let's see what this is. Yeah, Mark, like, look up here. We sell all kinds of old games. Man, I was so mad. I missed out on a reasonably priced Turtles the other day. No, like your list of games that you want. What's on your that you don't have on your arcade? What games are you looking for? Or do you have everything you want? No, it was like $250 Delusional. Zookeeper. You know, I'll be honest, I know a lot of collectors love Zookeeper. It's just not my thing. I don't want a Zookeeper. I came across one not too long ago that was pretty decent, but I mean, it's just not my thing, so I didn't get it. There's one thing, like all my whole entire video game collection that I have, there's only one theme. It's all stuff I like. So if I don't like it, it doesn't go in the collection. For a pizza party at the arcade? How many parties do you guys do, Zinfer? Crystal Castles. There's a guy by me that has like both. He has those and he's selling them. I know he's selling his Crystal Castles at the moment. He's pretty reasonably priced. He usually sells stuff. He's one of those guys that, I swear to God, they're constantly changing their arcade. You're looking after Metal Gear Solid 1. I think I have Metal Gear Solid 1. I'm not sure. I'll have to, you know what? I can look. What's up, Justin? Yeah, somebody was who. You know what? I didn't read that article, JMO. What was it about? They were manipulating matchmaking too. Yeah. Oh, okay. So like they're basically screwing you if you don't pay for the microtransactions. That's some shady shit. 2 a year. That's it. Jungle King. You know what? I kind of like Jungle King too, but see, you're. God, I guess I'm not. You and John are like more like into the collector type games. I guess I'm more of a '90s kid. I guess I'm more into I love beat 'em ups. So I like Turtles and I like stuff like NBA Jam and I'm a little more into the '90s stuff. I love beat 'em ups. I don't know what it is about beat 'em ups. And Mr. Do is like my favorite like old school game of all time. The The best PS4 game, well, like right now, I'm freaking addicted to Shadow of War. And you know what's funny though? That has those stupid loot boxes, but they do not. I will say the loot boxes in that game don't ruin the game. I haven't bought a single loot box. I'm loving it. Ladybug's all right. There's some games like I still feel like even though a lot of people have made a big deal about it. Shadow of War has a bunch of loot boxes you can buy, but they're really not essential to play in the game. And it's kind of silly because it's really a single player game. They have like some online missions like once you get hold of an area and you have a castle and you have like a captain and everything. They defend it, and when you're not online, people can go and attack your castle and try to bring it down a notch, and you can do the same to other people. So, but that's not essential to playing the game, and I still feel like even at $60, I'm getting a full value game. I'm not getting ripped off. You don't need to do the loot boxes. Last credit on Ladybug. I've watched a few. I watched your last credit on Mr. Do because I'm like a huge Mr. Do fan. I've watched a few of your last credits. In television, yeah. You know what I really want? I want an Naomi. I want a Sega Naomi. I want Power Stone in the arcade. I love Power Stone. Yeah, the Orcs will betray him. It's cool. I like the game a lot. I want a Naomi. I want a House of the Dead. I like House of the Dead. I was always a huge Sega fanboy, so pretty much anything Sega. I would love to have a Virtual Fighter someday, even though they're pretty. I loved Virtual Fighter, and it's so blocky, but that's one of those games that's just. It was like a landmark game. For 3D graphics, the Virtual Fighter is actually in the Smithsonian. They have a Virtual Fighter in the Smithsonian. Also, if I ever get stupid rich, which was probably never, I want to get one of those Hallmark hologram games, the Sega hologram games. But those go for about 8 to 10 grand. Dolphin Blue. I'll have to look it up by Sammy. Sega and Sammy merged now. I know because I have Sega stock. Now it's Sega Sammy stock. Yeah, Mark, I buy secondhand. You know why I like Shadow of War so much, Shadow of Mordor, because it's like an old school beat 'em up. I mean, you're just constantly beating the crap out of things. It's great. I love beat 'em ups. Sega Master Race, yeah. Sega base system right there. You don't like games that take a year to load? Shadow of War loads pretty quick. Once it's installed, it takes a while to install. But I'm on PS4 though. On the Sammy Optimus Wave, yeah, those are cool. Original Atari joystick. Let me see. You know what? Power Stone 2 is. Power Stone 1 was so much better than Power Stone 2. I mean, I like Power Stone 2, but it was kind of a disappointment. The only thing about Commodore 64 Python is everybody pirated it. I swear it was like 99% pirated. These are like $7 for an old arcade Atari. I got a shrink wrap, but Atari joystick about $7. That was cool. You got to meet Jax and from Mortal Kombat. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. Yeah, the mini game you get on the Dreamcast was ahead of its time. The thing that hurt the Dreamcast, I mean, a lot of people didn't know this, but the Dreamcast just came out at a bad time. It came out about a year before the PS2, but when the PS2 came out, the PS2 and the Dreamcast were kind of similar in graphics. Problem is the PS2 played DVD movies, and at the time when the PS2 came out, it was by far the cheapest DVD player you could buy. So I can't tell you. I remember I worked at, it was Babbage's back then, but we sold like PS2s with copies of The Matrix. A lot of people wouldn't even buy a game. How's it going? You guys need help find anything?
No.
All right. If you don't think I'm crazy if you hear me randomly talking, I'm talking to people online. So. Do death runs. See, I've only put my works in the pick a few times. That's cool. That's a good idea. I'll have to do that tonight. Yeah, Dreamcast too. Lots of piracy on Dreamcast games. There's lots of piracy on everything. Everything gets pirated eventually. I'll be honest. When I was in college, I downloaded a few myself. So. Because Dreamcast was the first system that came out while I was in college. It was the first system, one of the first, Saturn and Dreamcast, where I actually had a job and could afford my own games. So I have tons of games for Saturn and Dreamcast, mostly imports. I got a ton of imports. Foxtrot, I am not a big Destiny guy. Sorry. Yeah, you could burn them straight to DVD, or they had the boot disc. When they first started getting into it, they had those boot discs. Just so you guys know, all the pre-play games are 20% off. So we're doing that till Sunday, so till the end of the week. Let's see what else. I'm gonna look up a topic that I want to talk about. Just 1 second.
Oh yeah, the chicken on the house today was stomach. Yeah. She's a goth chick. She's like kinda gothy, but
Oh, EA closed down that Visceral Games. They were working on a Star Wars game. That kind of sucks. Also, see, Nintendo's trying to get more adult games. It's about time. God, I would love to see a portable version of GTA 5 on the Switch. And also, I'm kind of bummed that South Park didn't come out on the Switch, because that's Ubisoft, and Ubisoft usually like puts a lot of stuff on the Switch. Yeah, Dead Space. They made Dead Space too. Visceral. Yeah. I always think it's funny whenever a place closes down. I don't feel bad for them. They're basically mercenaries for hire. They knew that going in. Like, if there's no job or no game, they're going to get shut down. I think a lot of companies nowadays, they play this game. I think too many companies, some of them get shut down because they take too long to make games. Like, you got to remember somebody's footing the bill for that game, and then they take like 8 years to make it, and the companies get tired and they pull their funding and close them down. They really close themselves down. supposedly the Nintendo. To be clear, I'm just crazy. Yeah, right. T Money, you're crazy. You're a Steelers fan. That's like the definition of being crazy. Just kidding. The definition of being crazy is a Browns fan. Hey, T Money, did you see Gordon Hayward last night? GTA 6 isn't coming for a long time. They're still finishing up Red Dead 2. You'll have Red Dead 2. GTA, I got a prediction. GTA 6 is going to come out probably about a year or so before whenever the next systems come out. Because I think they'll do it just like they did with GTA 5. They want as many people to have the system as possible for when that game comes out, so they make a bunch of money, and then they can port it to the next system. Quake, the Quake on the new Quake on the PC is pretty cool. I hope they bring that out on console too. Is there any certain games you guys are looking for? Or?
No, just hanging out.
Anybody play Cuphead? Yep. Taya, I think they're going to try to do exactly what they did with GTA 5. It's kind of working out that way because you got Red Dead 2 coming out in the spring, and then I'm sure they're probably already working on GTA 6, but Rockstar's perfectionists.
Did Julian not get
What's up, Red Eye Ranger?
I thought he did.
He didn't say anything about it. And if
Well, you would notice if you got one of the house, right?
yeah, unless he's pointing.
Well, I'm sure he was here, right?
Yeah.
Anybody got a Switch in here? Miguel, what's up, Miss Kelly? No, Miguel, I'm sorry. Only like really the United States.
$100 PS4. Sorry, bud.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for Mario. See, everybody that has one likes it. I've only had a few people even in here that didn't like it.
This is true.
I like my Switch a
You're not
lot.
gonna be able to find out $100 PS3 unless like it's broken.
You don't play it? Why not? You got one, Black? This game's great, but it's hard.
The PS4 would be fun though. You know,
Wow. Yeah, I've heard about that, Miguel. Isn't there like huge import tax or something like that on them?
Yeah.
So, Miguel, is there like a black market though? Like, do people sneak them in? Like, do people go visit other countries and then sneak them back or something? I would imagine that's like I bet I could see people doing that. You're still not that good, T Money. You got ill from that. Did you hear it snap? I heard it snap. It sounded like somebody breaking celery in half. Black, I've been bored of a lot of games lately. I'll be honest. Like, I really think like game companies everybody's trying to make like the next big games as a service. They're trying to make like the next Grand Theft Auto instead of just making a good game. Too many companies are trying to make everything into a service instead of just making a good game. They need to get back to just making a cool game and stop trying to figure out a way to nickel and dime everybody.
I don't even overeat the snacks anymore, but sometimes I'm like,
Yeah, I could see that. I could see a lot of people doing that. That's probably what I would do. I'd just go on a road trip and try to buy stuff other places and sneak it in, or have it shipped in. It's been okay, Red Eye. It hasn't been a great year. I mean, one of the best-selling games is still like Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's what, like 7 years old, 6 years old. Yeah, I mean, too many companies. They just need to concentrate on the game, and not how they're gonna make it into a service and keep people. Like, too many companies are trying to make everything into a service. Like that, I'll be honest. That's what the problem with that Lawbringers game was. Besides, it had kind of generic characters that nobody really liked. But they were more. He was more interested in making that a service. They're trying to get like the next Overwatch or the next. See, I don't think you can really just go out and like say I want to make the next GTA. That just kind of happens organically. You can't just like you can say you want to do that and you can try to plan for that, but that type of stuff just doesn't happen unless you really work on it. You can't force something, is what I'm saying. Sometimes too, I wish like companies would get back to just making, basically like look at something like Minecraft. Minecraft wasn't set out to be. That was just something the guy thought would be cool and he made. And it turned out to be one of the biggest games ever. I think, and then they monetized it later. They figured out ways to monetize it later, but its core game was a good game. Now I know a lot of people don't like Minecraft, but you can't deny it. It was, even if you don't like it, it's still a good game. There's a lot of games I don't like. I still acknowledge that they're good games.
It's mainly because I want to be healthy, but sometimes I do want.
But the reason Minecraft was so popular is its simplicity.
The mother will like Giovanni has. It's more like I might want a snack from time to time.
He stole it from his friends, really, and he got $4 billion, $2.5 billion for it.
You should ask if they like some of those like veggie stuff. Like,
Zelda was good. Horizon's good. Battlegrounds is cool, but I think it's a little overrated. I'll be honest. I like Battlegrounds, but honestly, you know what I think is going to be better than Battlegrounds, and I actually like playing more than Battlegrounds right now is Fortnite. Ark's okay. Yeah, Red Eye. That's cool, but I mean, it is a great year for you if you like all those games. Not everybody likes all those games. But that's just a couple games. Now Mario looks phenomenal to me. I'll be playing Mario. Everybody's got different tastes. See ya. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, 20 minutes. I got 20 minutes till I close. I want to look up what these guys were doing that were... See what they were talking about. Anybody get an SNES Classic? Fortnite has a big paywall. The thing is with Fortnite, though, you can buy the physical version, and they pretty much give you a shitload of stuff to start with. But here's the thing, though. It's free if you just do the Battle Royale mode. The Battle Royale mode is what I'm talking about. I like that. And that it really doesn't matter, like, what you buy. It's not going to change that part of the game. Have you tried the Battle Royale, Taya? Or Taya? The thing I like, the other thing too that's driving me nuts, like with Microsoft, they just changed the damn dashboard again, like yesterday. I'm sick of like every time I get used to the dashboard on Xbox, it changes. That's why I kind of gravitate towards the old games. You just pop them in, they work, and that's why, I like the PS4, but that's why I like my Switch so much. You just put a game in and it works. There's not a lot of thinking involved or update. I mean, sometimes you got to update, but you just put a game in and it works. You're not waiting to install. You spent like $400 to $500 on Fortnite. Wow. I couldn't see spending that much on any game. I'm cheap. I got my first. You know what's funny is I got my first win. I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago, and I was streaming it online, so it's actually in my channel. It's pretty boring though, because I kind of camped. You didn't get used to the last dashboard. I hardly ever get used to them. They keep changing it. What's up, Enderman game? I was watching this one guy stream Fortnite, and man, he's so freaking good at it. It's unreal. He plays on PS4, and he wins almost every game he plays. Let's see what else. Sony announced a mini PS4 controller for kids. Let me see this thing. That's kind of cool looking. Mini wired controller. Oh, Hori's making it. That's not Sony, that's Hori. Stupid article. Ninja is really good too. What do you mean, T-Money, about Ninja? It's like your palm, your shit at it. Yeah, Visceral shut down. EA shut down Visceral. And see, that doesn't surprise me. I talked about that a little bit ago. Like, too many times, like a lot of the game company, a lot of the people that make the games, they get hired by the bigger publishers. And then, like, what happens a lot of times is, like, the big publishers don't think they're getting their money's worth, so they pull their funding. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Visceral. I think they didn't see, the game they were working on coming, that it was going to be good, and they just shut it down. They cut their losses. Oh, Tyler Blevins. Yeah, I've been watching that guy. T-Money is the same guy I watch. The guy who plays on PS4. He's really good. I do Enderman. I love Rocket League. I'm addicted to Rocket League. I play Rocket League like every day, at least a few matches. And Halo and PUBG. He's been playing Fortnite all the time. The one I've been watching. He's so fucking quick at building shit. It's unreal. And then switching back to his gun. I can't do it as fast as he does. I usually play two-player, like two. God, it depends on your teammate, though, man. Am I a flyer? I can fly. I'm not a huge flyer, though. I'll be honest. I fly when it's necessary. So no, Black Korea. I guess I would consider myself not a flyer. I can, though. I'm not like terrible at it. I'm more of a strategic player. Like I'm always in the right spot. I'm all about positioning. Really, I guess, I fly when it's necessary. But I usually Black Korea. I usually get the teammate on my team that thinks he's good, but really all he does is he's a giant ball hog and he flies around the screen at 1,000 miles an hour, hits the ball as hard as he can, and prays it goes in. Those are usually the teammates I get, and they drive me nuts. I'd much rather play with a person that's all about being in the right spot and rotating and stuff. Yeah, EA wants to make Star Wars Destiny. I'm sure they do. But it sounds like a cool idea, but you just can't force that type of stuff. T Money, I actually usually say closing time when I close, and people have been trying to get me to sing it. I played it one night. I just brought it up on YouTube and played it for a minute. Yeah, Black Creek. I usually like. I'm real good at setting up really good passes. If somebody's a good flyer, I'm good at. I'm a good teammate. I can score too. I'm pretty good at scoring. I mean, I'm actually pretty good at it. I think I'm level 74 at the moment. I'm in the gold bracket, the triple gold. I'm not like phenomenal, but that mainly I would have been in the higher bracket, but I always get shit teammates. I don't have a lot of friends that play it, so I'm usually playing with randoms. DICE isn't going to make something like that. DICE is all about like the shooter games. I just hate the guys on my team that like are ball hogs and just run around and hit the damn ball, and they suck, and they're always like you're about to have a shot lined up, and there they come flying ahead of you, and they hit you, bump you out of the way, and then try to hit the ball, and then there's nobody defending, and then they blame you. Yeah, Ty, actually, you kind of proved my point before. Dice is a good company, and the good companies will always have jobs. The companies that like go out of business, and a lot of times they make one or two good games, and then they kind of get lazy, and they get hired to make like a third game or something for somebody, and then they take their good old sweet time, and eventually the publisher just gets tired of it taking so long, and they pull their funding. They cut their losses because they think the game's never coming out. And then that company goes out of business. It happens all the time. I see it happen over and over. Like every year, a couple game companies go out of business. But then those people usually get hired by another game company. So, and like a lot of people don't know this, but let me grab the game. This game right here. Oh, this game right here. This game right here was shit. But Aliens, Colonial Marines. But see who supposedly made it is Gearbox. Gearbox really didn't make this game. This game was funny. Sega hired Gearbox to make this game. And what Gearbox did was really shady. They took the money from Sega and they used it to make Borderlands. And then they took a small portion of the money Sega gave them to make this game, and they hired somebody else to make this game. And that's why this game turned out to be shit, because Gearbox didn't make it. They hired somebody else to make it. They farmed it out to somebody else. And Sega sued them, and I know they settled. I don't know exactly what they got back. But I remember originally they showed like a concept of this game, and it looked awesome. And then when it came out, it was complete shit. It didn't look anything like what they showed it to be. But you have like that type of stuff. Yeah, Gearbox is shady as fuck. Gearbox basically stole Sega's money, in my opinion. And I mean, we did get a good game out of it. We got Borderlands, but how shady is that? You took the money they gave you to make this game, and you made a different game, and you hired somebody else to make it. Could you imagine, like just say at your job, you didn't want to do your job that day, so you just paid some random person to do your job, and you paid them only like, a quarter of what you get paid. So you're still making money, but you're not there. It's so shady. But that type of stuff happens in the video game industry, and a lot of times you don't even see it reported. But yeah, Aliens, Colonial Marines. It's a perfect example. I also think a lot of times, like, part of the... Now, there are some companies like Rockstar. Rockstar is a perfectionist, and they take their time, and they don't release games till they're ready. I think Rockstar makes really good games. Do I think they take a little bit too long? Yeah. But in general, they make good games, so they got a good reputation. But there are a lot of companies that are hired by bigger publishers to make a game, and a lot of them, I see this happen a lot. They drag their feet. They don't want the game to be. They want to make a really good game, but they also don't want to make it really quick, because the second that game ships, they're out of a job. So I think a lot of times they basically take as long as possible at making a game, because the second that game ships, they're done. Yeah, G3, it did. It did. I remember that one too. But this is probably the most egregious one. I don't even know if the real people who made it, if they actually even gave them credit. Yeah, so that happens a lot in video games. It's kind of shady. Oh, I got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. What's this about Pokemon? Oh. Problem is if they have a good time frame and don't put shit behind a paywall, not charge the. I mean, T-Money, they could actually charge more for games. I wouldn't have a problem if they. I mean, games have been $60 for a long time. I know it would suck if games were a little more expensive, but there's so many times people pay like $99 for the collector's edition, or like even $89, or $80 or $70 or even $10 more if they paid a little bit more. LA Lakers, yeah. I was busy earlier. It's been slow the last like hour and a half. But if they paid a little. Hey, Mark, thank you for subscribing and following, by the way. Sorry I'm kind of jumpy today. If they charged a little bit more and you felt like you got your money's worth, that'd be fine. I'd much rather have them do that than even to be like $20 and then like just nickel and dime you to death. Yeah, Sims 4 will become. Hopefully they don't nickel and dime you in that. Hopefully they don't have loot boxes in Sims 4. I really hope the whole loot box thing is a fad, kind of like online passes. Hey, T-Money, remember what I used to say about online passes? T-Money shops at my store. He's known me for years. I always said online passes weren't going to last. I called that one. Yeah, there's not a lot of games that are worth $60. Yeah, remember when that first started a few years ago? T1 said that all they're doing is screwing their own customers. They thought they were like screwing over like places like us, like GameStop, and places like us that bought used games. It was all a big attack on used games, and all that happened was when customers went to trade in their games, it was just worth less. Yeah, they realized they were just hurting customers. And the other thing that's funny about that is it proves like used games do not hurt them, because the reason they got rid of the reason they had the online pass is because they were thinking, oh, every time a used game sale, if somebody wants to play online, they got to buy this online pass. But in reality, people they didn't play that game. They realized they were losing money with the online passes, because if you sell a used game and you have DLC, if they had to buy the online pass, they wouldn't buy any DLC. But there's a lot of people buy used games and then they buy a bunch of DLC for those games. Don't raise the price. But yeah, games have been $60 for so long. Red Eye Ranger, I don't think you will. I mean, like, look at Shadow of War. That's actually a really cool game. It's selling pretty well, too. $60 is good enough if you get your money's worth. I mean, if you feel like Grand Theft Auto is loaded with DLC, but I still felt like for $60 I got my money's worth. I mean, games like that, like Rockstar always gives you good value for that $60. Later, Blade of Blazes. I didn't even know you were still in here. I gotta finish Cuphead. I'm on aisle 3. I'm pretty close to beating it. I haven't beat it yet, though. Yeah, games are more expensive to make. I haven't played GTA in a long time. I'm done with it, but it's still, to this day, one of the best-selling games. And it's old as can be now. I would love to. You know what, though? I'd probably buy GTA again if they put it on Switch. Just to have a portable version. Because if your game's really good, you can keep the price high. The games that are shitty are the ones that drop in price real quick. They drop them in price because they're not selling. They're going to keep the price high as long as they keep selling. It's all supply and demand. Wow, that looks like a pain in the ass. I haven't fought this boss. How long have I been a gamer? My whole life, man. I don't know. The first game, I still remember, I was blown away. I went to my grandma and grandpa's house when I was like really young, and they had Pong. They had one of those, where is it, Odyssey? The Odyssey up there. And that's basically just a Pong machine, and I've been addicted ever since. I really got hooked on Atari. Atari didn't age well, though. You had to use your imagination. When Nintendo came out, oh my God. Mind blown. See you, Jerry. Sherry. I'm gonna be closing up here too. You guys can watch me close, but I'll be closing. I'll be answering questions still and talking while I close, but I got like 2 minutes still. It's closing time. Yeah, Pokemon, yeah. I mean, a lot of the old games, yeah, you still get more value out of those. Hey, I like your name, Crappin. I'm not going to say the whole name. But we kind of do have our games cheaper. We have a free rewards program. It's absolutely free. Yeah, I can give Laura Croft a shout out. We have a free rewards program, and all you got to do is come in. Like, you can get one reward point a day. You come in 10 times, you get $5 off without even buying anything. So technically, if you reserve a game from us and you just visit us 10 times before the game comes out, you'll get $5 off. And if you visit us 25 times, you get $10 off. And it's free. You don't have to buy anything. It's a free reward program. Just gives you reward points for coming in. We give you discounts. You get 10% off all the used games. And actually, this week we're doing 20% off used games. So T-Money, you get 20% off any used games this week. What's up, Bull Squad? Hey, and you know what, Red Eye? A lot of people do pay that. They'll buy the the extra collector's edition or the one with the season pass and all that stuff. Yep, closing time. Here, let me see here. What's up, Michael Terry? What's up, Robert? see here. It's all right. Hold on, the T-Money. Thanks, Robert. Robert came in the other day. Hold on, T-Money. Thanks, Robert. Robert came in the other day. This is for T-Money.
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world.
What's up, Delv? You're back.
Closing time. Turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who wants to take me home. I know who wants to take me home. I know who wants to take me home. Take me
I'll probably get hit with the copyright strike for that, for you, T-Money. Yeah, this is our small store, LA Lakers. But I am debating whether or not to I might be selling this location. I know you're in here, T-Money, not the other location. We're not going out of business or anything, but I might be doing something else. So since I'm getting more into arcade games and I kind of want to open a barcade, I'm debating on selling this location. Hey, thanks Black Korea for subbing. Thank you very much. You seem pretty cool. Later, Red Eye Ranger. No, T-Money. If I sell it, I am going to get out. Ryan does not want to sell. My business partner does not want to sell. But the only way we could ever like split, we would have to at least sell off one of the stores so he could afford to buy me out. So I've been selling games since 1993. I'm ready to. I love video games. I love video games. Video games will always be my number one thing. But I kind of want to do something else. I want to do a barcade. I really, really, really want to try that. I think I could make a kick-ass barcade. No, I wish GameStop would buy it. I don't. You know what? GameStop's got their own problems. They'll be going out of business. I think we'll outlast GameStop. GameStop will be out of business in about 4 to 5 years. No, you know what? I would love some gamer to get it. I'm not asking a ton either. So I'm looking for this location probably around 150,000. Which in inventory alone, I probably have about like 60 to 70,000 in here, and then with all the fixtures and structures and the POS system and the signs and all that stuff, I think that's a fair amount. And we do pretty good money. Last year, this location did about $450,000 in sales. I know that's not a ton. The year before it was over 500,000. It went down a little bit last year, but you can make pretty good money off of that. So you would make that $150,000 back in a couple years easy. We're not closing. Oh, you mean GameStop closing? GameStop's got a few more years left. Nobody's closing. Hey Tyler, keep that to yourself though. T-Money, keep that to yourself. Don't. I mean, I know I said it on stream, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I got some ideas. You know, like just a cool ass place to hang out, play games, drink. Maybe get some good food, some pizza, some burgers, stuff like that. Watch some sports. It's all a lot of people have G3. Oop, hold on. Hello? I guess, but I never did pump up the tire. I could run out there when I get home. No. Okay, everybody. Put one in Toledo. That'd be a little far for me to go. I want to put one more close to driving distance for me. An hour might be a little bit too much of a drive. Yeah, you tried, Robert. There was the one Spider-Man game for the PS4, but that's been out for years. There's a new one, Carnage, coming out real soon. Are overrated dirt roads in Toledo? Toledo's decent. This ain't big enough for an arcade. It's got to be bigger. Oh, Michigan? Yeah, well, everything sucks in Michigan. I'm just kidding. You're between Toledo and Detroit. I went to college in Toledo. Go blue, huh? Yeah, I know. Hey, I just saw a sign that, as sad as this is, it was kind of funny. I'm a Browns fan, so I know what shitty football's like. I know what it's like for you guys in Michigan. Just joking. But somebody had a sign that said Jabril Peppers still hasn't won a game in the state of Ohio. And I like Peppers, but good Lord, we have him playing way too far back. It's funny because it's true. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks though. I want him to win games now because he's on the Browns. Browns are terrible. They are a giant fucking clusterfuck. They're gonna blow it all up again, and you did not. I don't even know who you are. See you, little troll. Good trying, the troll. You're gone. I don't mess around. Yeah, I'll let you know, Tyler, when I get Mario or Team Money. Later. Heck yeah, man, that tax cut, Billy Clayton, especially if I decide to sell this place, would help out quite a bit, yes. Yes, it would. That's about as far as I want to get into politics, though, but yeah, the tax cut I would look forward to. Alright, I do have to call it a night, so I will see you guys later. Sorry. Thanks for watching. I'll try to stream a little bit tomorrow.